Stardate 8679.14. The final voyage of the Starship Enterprise is about to get underway. Under the command of James T. Kirk, the Star Trek crew has traveled the universe for 25 years. And now they're boldly going where they'll never go again. The original stars are back for the final voyage. William Shatner as Captain Kirk, Leonard Nimoy as Mr. Spock, and DeForest Kelley as Dr. Leonard Bones McCoy. But in this first look at the movie, we see the galaxy has reached a crossroads. An explosion has threatened extinction of the rival Klingon Empire. Captain Kirk wants to let the enemies die, but Spock shows signs of humanitarianism.
They will have depleted their supply of oxygen in approximately 50 Earth years.
They're animals, Jim.
They are dying.
Let them die.
The story was co-authored by Nimoy, who also directed Star Treks 3 and 4. He conceived the idea for the new movie after watching the fall of communism in Eastern Europe.
And it just struck me that that's the way Star Trek has been constructed for 25 years. The Klingons always were our evil empire. And it was time maybe to examine the possibility of beginning to come to grips with that.
And action!
After working together 25 years, the Star Trek cast has become like a family. William Shatner says it was easy to get sentimental during the filming.
I may not see these people that I've known for 25 years other than at special occasions or whatever. So I was very much aware of the nostalgia of the moments involved.
Although the crew logs its final voyage in the movie, for Nichelle Nicholls, who plays Commander Uhura, it really doesn't feel like the end.
If asked, yes, I will do another. If this is the end, then I will be very grateful that I've been part of something so very, very positive and bright and wonderful and phenomenal.
Star Trek 6 is dedicated to the late Gene Roddenberry. The creator of Star Trek died in October.
Any new Star Trek is music to fans' ears, but getting the music to match the pictures on Star Trek 6 can be done at warp speed. We're going to take you on an exclusive behind-the-scenes journey into a whole new universe. He's no Captain Kirk, but Cliff Idleman's mission is just as important to Star Trek 6. He's leading 88 brave musicians through the dangerous world of film scoring.
I think I could have heard a little bit more from the trombone in bar 6.
It's no place for cowards. As the movie's composer, Cliff has to create music that's right for each mood. That's no easy task on a sequel.
We are going to hear the fanfare, which is the original dum bum bum da 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 da, which is the original fanfare, and we hear it in a few places where it appropriately works. But I am bringing all new material to the film.
Energize.
To match the music to the movie, the orchestra performs Cliff's scores to scenes on TV monitors. Director Nicholas Meyer waits to see if it works.
This is, we can do better. I think so. The most difficult thing about making more than one Star Trek film is not to repeat yourself in any way, shape, or form. In the case of this score, I didn't want a score that repeated itself either. I was looking for something darker. A film is darker. Let's try it with picture. We got it. Let's try it with picture.
After a few more tries, the music begins to sound just right. And with Cliff Idleman at the helm, the musical mission of Star Trek 6 is declared a success. At 26, Idleman is one of the youngest film composers in Hollywood. And though he doesn't call himself a Trekkie, he admits to having seen all the movies. And he's a big fan of the TV series. Next, straight talk from a young...
Coming up next, Star Trek launches its final voyage, and we'll tip you off on what fans and critics say.
Star Trek is such a lucrative enterprise that all the movies combined have made nearly $600 million worldwide. As you'll see in this weekend's tip-off, the latest Star Trek adventure could be the best one yet.
To offer Klingons safe haven within Federation space is suicide.
They're animals, Jim.
They are dying.
Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country, reunites original Trek stars William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, and DeForest Kelley. In this, the final adventure, the Federation tries to make peace with its longtime enemy, the Klingon Empire.
Will not be the instigators of full-scale war on the eve of universal peace.
In our exclusive Movie Track survey, Star Trek ranked 6th out of the last 100 films polled. 9 out of 10 people surveyed rated the film outstanding or above average. 6 out of 10 said they'd pay to see it again. Some of the comments from those polled ranged from a great end to a great Trek, to it just doesn't get any better than this. Some called it the best one yet. And many critics seemed to agree. The Chicago Tribune called Star Trek VI an unassuming and affectionate farewell. The San Francisco Chronicle said, this is the best sort of adventure story. And the Washington Post called the final Star Trek chapter close to ideal.
Warrior to warrior. You do prefer it this way, don't you? As it was meant to be. No peace in our time, dear friends.
Everybody's wondering, can they do it? And it's really nice that apparently they have. And there's so much sort of sentiment and emotion tied into this thing. It looks like they pulled it off.
Yeah, well, the big question is this the last one? Come on, give me a break.
They've said it was the last one before. I believe it really has got to be. And if it's not, let's bury this thing.
I talked to Mr. Nimoy. He said it is the last one. They're all saying it's the last. I don't believe it.
Well,
it can't be.
Why not? Because you fans want more?
Absolutely. Also starring in the movie is international cover girl Iman. Her exotic looks first took her from the plains of Africa to the fashion runways of New York. And now she's become a model alien as far as Captain Kirk is concerned.
If this is your spot, we'll move on.
He wants your obedience to the Brotherhood of Aliens.
He's got it.
With her role as an alien opposite William Shatner in Star Trek VI, Iman is casting off her career as a supermodel, and she's heading full speed into acting. Already this year, she made a big splash playing a con artist in House Party 2. Now, in the final Star Trek movie, she's creating a sensation with this steamy love scene.
And you're likeliest candidate to come in this hellhole for months.
Candidate for what?
But it wasn't as easy as it looks.
It happened that we had to do it in 2 different nights. They had to reshoot it because the first night we did it, I had a very bad flu, like I have it today. And it showed that I was very weak, and so they were teasing me. Oh, you have to kiss him again.
However, Iman says getting the chemistry right between she and her co-star was never a problem. In fact, Iman says between the two of them, Shatner enjoyed it the most.
It's very easy to have a relationship from a man and woman side relationship with him. He adores women. So that was easy. That was an easy part.
In real life, Iman has just recently become engaged to rock superstar David Bowie, although she says the two have no immediate plans to set a wedding date.
I'm not anxious to do anything. When it happens, things happen, but there's no anxiousness to anything.
Iman tells us she's given up modeling for good, and there's no heading back, no matter what the risk.
At this stage, it's very good to take risks, because then how else will I know what I really want to do and what is the pitfalls I can make it now. Sometimes they say to me, well, if you make your pitfalls now, they won't hire you again. And I say, no. I mean, I think we should just give ourselves some credit and just say, well, I tried at least.
When you see Iman in the movie, she is an alien smoking a cigar. Iman told us it all started as a joke. She grabbed the director's cigar one day on the set and started fooling around. But he liked the way it looked, and so he made her smoke it in the movie.
Bruce Willis stars in the new movie The Last